Good morning and welcome to the farm today, guys. It's a foggy morning, but the sun is out and it's going to be a nice day. We're going to let the chickens out and give them their morning treat. They sound very excited today. Their water is frozen again. I wonder how their water is inside. See how excited the girls are to come out. Good morning, girls. How was your chilly night? I have a treat for you. See leaves falling all in the chicken yard. It's very cold. We're gonna go let the goats out and give them their breakfast and see how their night was.
Good morning, Panda. Are you enjoying your window so you guys can look out? She's like, where's breakfast? Come on, you guys.
Why are you so slow today? Crackers for the girls because they won't be happy without them.
It's a good thing we shop at Costco. We buy things in bulk.
Well, between the kids and the goats, I don't know who eats more crackers. It's probably pretty close.
The goats.
Probably the goats. Hi, Nova. Hi, Panda. Nova's taking that one. Lily girl. Hello. You only get one cracker. So I'll give you some pellets. Sit down. Your girl's water is still looking good. Okay? Much better than the chickens and their dirty mess they got going on.
Over the next month, we'll do the little experiment for you guys. These are the new waterers that we built the other day. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. It took us a couple days to actually get those built because the spray foam took over 24 hours to cure. It took us, I think, almost a total of 3 days to get that spray foam to actually cure. Now over here, we still have one of the other water buckets just hanging on the hook. We're going to leave this water bucket through November. And we'll show you guys which one freezes first. See if this water freezes first or if the other one freezes at the same rate. Now, if this one lasts longer than the other one, then it was a success. And that's the experiment that we're going to try with this. And the girls seem to be doing a lot of pushing and shoving this morning. Oh.
Panda was having none of it.
Panda, panda, panda. Why is your sweater like that? Are you cold this morning?
It's a little chilly this morning.
It's still like 2 degrees Celsius.
I know, but I need it to be 30.
Which is like what? 2 degrees Celsius is like 34, 35 Fahrenheit?
Yeah, so no, maybe 38.
2? No, not that high. 32.
Well, 36 is 0.
No, 32 is 0. 32 Fahrenheit is 0.
No
So
idea.
34
Pay no
is
attention to me.
34, 35 is about 2 degrees.
I need Google to tell me these things.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
Oh wait,
What is the
Google's not here in the barn.
She's in the house.
She's in the house.
You could go ask her in the house.
I need to go in the house. I need another motivational.
Oh, your daily motivational words.
Yes.
Okay, let's go see what your motivation is for today.
That sounds good. What you doing?
I'm looking at animals.
What kind of animals?
I'm looking at goats and chickens.
We have goats and chickens.
I'm looking at more goats and chickens.
Oh, more goats. Like what kind of goats?
Like a pregnant goat.
Oh, a pregnant goat. I see. And why?
Well, I started thinking how long it's going to take before our girls, one, are old enough to breed, and two, we don't want them to have babies in the middle of winter. So at this point, we're not going to be able to breed them until like next fall, like August, September.
So we're looking at a year and a half to get babies from our goats
From our
right
girls.
now.
That's right, which is a long time to wait.
But if you were to find a pregnant goat now, would she not have her babies this winter?
She would, but what I'm looking for is a goat that's already had a baby in the past. So she already kind of knows what she's doing. We have a secure barn that we can put a heat lamp in to make sure that the baby's warm enough. And if the mom knows what she's doing, then chances are, things will go a lot smoother versus a first-time mom. I'm also looking at chickens.
We have 11 chickens.
I know, but only 10 of them lay eggs. One of them's a rooster. He doesn't lay any eggs.
Correct.
And the neighbors have been inquiring about buying eggs.
They have, that's correct.
So I was thinking I want to get different breeds of chickens anyway. So if I look into already laying hens that have the eggs that I want, I'm killing two birds with one stone.
Why are we killing birds with stones?
It's a figure of speech, weirdo.
Oh, okay. I was just checking because I just was worried that you were going to be killing a bunch of birds with stones.
What I would get is more eggs to be able to sell to the neighbors and possibly other people. And also get my rainbow eggs that I want.
Right. Because we have noticed that our chickens the last few days have been producing 5 eggs a day.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, that's normal though. Cause it's winter,
that's right. And that's what we're thinking. And the fact that we use quite a few eggs, I don't think we'd be able to sell that much in the winter. Yeah. Also sustaining ourselves.
That's right. It would definitely slow down. Which is normal. It's okay. The girls, they need a break. It's natural for them to slow down. But we want to be able to bring in some money to help pay for their feed, right?
That would be nice. These freeloaders already been almost a year with no money coming in.
But they give us eggs, right? And the eggs offset the money of the feed, right?
Exactly.
Because we're not buying eggs anymore. We used to spend a lot of money on eggs.
That's true.
Right? And now we don't have to. We just go out to the coop and ta-da, there's eggs in there.
But we have to be careful getting chickens from another farm. There's diseases we have to look out for. Integrating other chickens into your chicken coop can be very dangerous.
And that's why you would quarantine them for a certain amount of time, right? And
make
sure that everything was good and they were healthy. And you want to make sure that where you're buying them from is clean. You're not going to just go and pick up some chickens out of the back of some lady's trunk and be like, hey, yeah, thanks for the chickens.
Exactly.
You have no idea where they came from.
Same with the goat that we're looking at possibly getting.
Exactly.
We don't want to be getting somebody else's problem.
No, I've had a few people reach out to me through some of my forums and things where you can buy goats, and some of them just aren't the best looking places they're coming from, and we don't want to take a chance of getting our girls sick. So we want to make sure that the goats are healthy and they've been health tested and that there's no problems before we bring something new home.
So this is what we're going to be looking forward to in the future here on the farm is expansion of our animals over the winter time.
Yeah, like I'm not running out tomorrow and buying a bunch of chickens or anything like that. I'm just looking.
But very shortly this is going to happen.
Yeah, probably quicker than you think.
Probably with you. With you, yes.
Probably.
One day you think about something and the next day the animal's in our backyard.
Well, that's enough time for me to plan it all out. You just have to come along for the ride.
That sounds great. You know what today is, though?
What's today?
Today is our 1-year anniversary since we had that large fire in the backyard.
Is it really 1 year today?
Yes, and you know what? I don't think a lot of our viewers know about it. We haven't really talked about it that much. We have mentioned it in a couple earlier videos on our channel, but that was back when we had maybe 30, 40 subscribers. Now we have 317 subscribers, and a lot of them don't know the big mishap that we had last year, to the point where we actually almost lost our house.
We did, just about. It was very close, and we got very lucky.
Very lucky. The fire chief even said to us we were lucky that the wind was going the opposite direction that day than what it usually does.
Yeah, which is funny too, because normally it would be going the other way.
Yeah. But it was a very scary time for us here on the homestead. We were clearing some trees and we thought we would start a little bonfire with them, and we were actually going to make dinner. We were going to roast some hot dogs and stuff while we were clearing the brush that afternoon. and the wind picked up out of nowhere, which that's something that's really bad here in New Brunswick is 1 minute it's nice and calm, and the next minute this wind could come out of nowhere. And it pushed a couple sparks a little further away from the fire than we anticipated. And the grass caught fire and it exploded in seconds.
It was so fast.
You know, back in BC, grass is green, everything's wet. Fire sparks don't really light anything on fire. I mean, yeah, you see all the forest fires from people's campfires and stuff, but
it had rained a lot here the week or two before that, though. I figured it would be fine because the grass had just been rained on. You wouldn't think that it would catch as bad as it did, but it did.
It did. I mean, like I say, we're used to BC where things are fairly wet, so you can have a little bonfire. And this was our very first fire here. I mean, this happened back in October last year. We'd only been here a month here on the homestead, and it got out of hand.
Really fast, and it was scary. And it went towards our hascaps that we had just finished
We
planting.
just about lost all the hascaps. And it was one of, and we tried to put the fire out. You and I were out there with buckets of water, and we didn't have a hose here on the homestead because we didn't have water hookup yet. We couldn't find
the on-off tap because the guy buried it.
Exactly. So we couldn't get a hose to the fire. It was way at the back. We were way back at the property, at the very back. The buckets of water, just bringing it from the house to the back, was too far away. We were out there with shovels trying to beat the fire down. I think at one point you and I were so engulfed in the smoke that we couldn't breathe. We were coughing. I felt like I was going to pass out. We couldn't see each other. The smoke was so black, and I just yelled at you through the smoke, just get out. Just get out, because I was afraid one of us was going to pass out and die right there on the spot. And it wasn't worth it. We had to save ourselves. So instead of fighting the fire, and of course at that time, we had no communication to the outside world. We had no phone because we're so remote. You can't use a cell phone here, and we didn't have a landline. So we had to run from door to door to find somebody that was home. Luckily, that had a satellite cell phone that was able to call the fire department, which once they called the fire department, it still took the fire department 25 minutes to reach our home.
It did. Because you got to think it's a volunteer fire department, so they had to leave where they were, either home or work, get to the fire hall, get in their trucks, and then get here. And that's like a 12 or 13 kilometer drive, right, in a big fire truck. At
least.
So it takes some time to get here, but it felt like forever while we were waiting.
Yeah, it was a very scary day for us. And, when you're homesteading, these are some of the things you got to think about is when you have a little fire in your backyard, if it got out of hand, is there anybody around that can help you? Yeah. And for us at the time, there wasn't for at least 45 minutes. And it felt like hours. When we were trying to put this fire out, it felt like it took us 2 hours to get help. Yeah. And it was just a very scary thing. And it reminded me this afternoon that, today was the 1 year since our big fire, and it made us realize what we needed to do around the farm to protect ourselves. Have lots more fire extinguishers on hand, have access to water, have long hoses that can reach an area, just be more aware of fire safety here on the homestead.
You realize we haven't had a fire outside since that day?
We have not.
We had any all summer. We had nothing.
No, it's not. And after the incident that we had, I felt it just wasn't worth taking the chance again.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
No.
But luckily, everything turned out the way it did. We didn't lose anything. It cleared a bunch of brush for us. And lesson learned, right? Yeah,
exactly. And we just wanted to share that with you guys, one of our experience, show you guys the pictures from the fire, just to show you guys, what can happen. Like devastation can come out of nowhere when you least expect it.
Yeah, and in an instant, right? Like
very
we
fast.
Lost our entire house in seconds.
And that's a whole other story we won't get into,
Exactly.
But if we lost the house, that would have been another huge devastation for us because being able to rebuild it for what it cost to rebuild the homestead, we wouldn't have had enough funds to do that.
No, even with insurance, it wouldn't have covered.
No, so it's just very scary and made us really realize, the importance of being safe around fires.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sarah jumped at you.
She tried to land on my stick.
Sarah tried to attack you. Look at her,
I
look at
wasn't
the
ready
stick.
for you. If you hadn't told me you were coming, now we have to start again.
No, we don't. Just continue on. Uncut, unedited, run amok farms, raw on the farm.
Anyways, there's rain coming, so we're gonna put the chickens inside and we're gonna give them a treat inside to keep them entertained for the rest of the afternoon, and we'll also check and see if there's any eggs. So, chick, 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 chick. Let's go inside. Up, up, up.
Yeah, you have to say up, up, not chick, chick, chick.
Up, up, up.
You hear that wind? It is getting stormy
Up,
out.
up, up, up. No, don't come out. You were already in.
Come on, girls, let's go. Hurry up, let's go.
Come on, ladies. Up, 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 up.
Do you need me to do it for you? You're just like circling the chickens.
Up, 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 up.
And they're escaping. You've got 2 that escaped from you.
Up, up, up.
You got 1 chicken out of 11.
One. Come on.
You're not doing very good
Come on,
today.
fluffy butt. Up, 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 up. Good job, Fluffy Butt. That's its name, by the way. Our wood appears to be falling apart. I think we're gonna have to revamp that next year.
We're gonna have to replace that. Winter's coming anyways. It's gonna be covered in ice and snow, so we'll replace it come spring.
Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Up, up, up. Come on, Flathead. Up, up.
Get up there, chickens. Come on.
Sarah.
Up, up,
Be a rule
up.
breaker. Up, up.
So we finally got all the chickens inside the chicken coop. We got a little snack here, some bread, rice, what we're gonna give them. We'll make them happy, give them something to eat this afternoon while the storm's going on outside. There you go, girls.
They're mad at you.
Oh, they're very mad. I had to chase them all around the yard just to get
Jane in. He did not want to come in.
And I think we got another egg underneath.
Is there? Okay, well, we'll have to check.
She's sitting on it, so we might come back a little later and check on it. But let's go check on the goats and see how they're doing.
So on our way to the goats, I thought we would just move the chicken and check and see how many eggs there are. Looks like she moved already. And she was sitting on 5 eggs. Silly chicken. Maybe she wants to hatch some. Not today, chicken. Not today. Ooh, this one's really warm. The rest are kind of cold, though. We're going to take these in the house and go and check and see how the goats are and make sure they're all snug before the rain starts, because it's coming and it's going to be bad. The goats are already inside, so I'm going to take them a cracker. They heard the package crinkle and they started to yell at me. I'm going to give them a little bit of grain too, just to keep them entertained this afternoon while it's pouring. Keep our grain in stainless steel buckets. Not that we have mice, but it prevents any from coming around even if there were some. Let's go see how the girls are. Hello, girlies. Well, do you think I have something for you? I'm getting attacked by goats. Here's the tree. Here, Lily. Here, Lily. Lily. A bit of grain mixed in with your pellets. The girls can't resist the grain. Right, Nova? She's not greedy or anything. Look how big your horns are now, Miss Nova. Oh, Panda! She's such a bully. Well, it looks like the girls are all settled in for the afternoon with a treat. We're gonna go and head into the house and think about making something in the kitchen for dinner. So I was outside waiting for the school bus, and the neighbor came by with his tractor with this.
A big black bag.
Mm-hmm.
What's in it?
What do you think's in it?
I don't know. It says Sun Grow on it. It's a big, massive black bag. I mean, what could possibly be in that? It says peat moss on the outside of it.
It's not peat moss.
So it's not peat moss. Well, I'm sure our viewers would like to know what's in a big black bag. Should we show you guys?
Wood shavings.
Wood shavings. Oh, the neighbor that's right beside us that does all his milling.
The one that has the mill.
Oh.
He has tons and tons of shavings. I guess they have too much to store for their chicken coop, so they thought we might like some.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
This is going to really help us out through the winter quite a bit.
Oh, for sure. We don't have to buy bales now at the co-op. This is going to last. This would probably do like 2 or 3 changes in the chicken coop. This is a lot of shavings.
Well, yeah, because a bale at the co-op runs us, what, $4 or $5
$4
when we buy in bulk.
Yeah. If you buy them just singly, they're $6.50 a bale.
Exactly. So this is a huge savings for us.
Yeah, for sure. It was really nice of him. He
This is-
drove it right up and just dropped it in the driveway. He's like, there you go.
You know, this is why when you're homesteading, networking with your neighbors, trading with your neighbors, it really creates a really good community.
It does, for sure. Because everybody helps each other out, which is great. And you need that. You can't just be on your own and do it. It always helps to have other people around.
For sure. Definitely. Having, a community that helps each other out makes homesteading and farming so much easier. Trying to homestead on your own, it is possible. There's thousands of people out there that do it on their own. But having the community as a whole help each other out makes it so much easier. And this is like a big windfall for us here on the homestead.
It really is. This is going to help us out so much. Definitely. Like, I can't even say thank you to them enough for it.
Did he say he wanted the bag back right away?
He didn't, but I think we'll empty it out and take it back to him pretty quick anyway.
Maybe what we'll do is put it in some clear white bags and
Yeah, like these.
yeah, like this one here. We put all our
Those are covers from our plants.
outside. We got a bunch of these bags here, and we'll just stuff the shavings in there and return his bag back to him because that's a nice fancy bag.
Yeah, it is actually really good quality, so I'm sure he'd like to have it back.
Well, happy day for us on the homestead.
Yay for good neighbors, hey?
Yeah, no kidding. That looks like some really nice dry shavings.
It is, and it smells really good too. And they're like perfect. It smells like a Christmas tree. Christmas in a bag.
Christmas in a bag.
Thanks for hanging out on the farm with us today, guys. If you'd like to see some more videos of things that we've been up to on the farm, take a look at some of these videos over here. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. As always, thanks for watching.